Hi dear students. So in the last few sessions we discussed about hypersensitivity 1, 2 and 3. So in this session we are going to discuss about hypersensitivity 4. Type 4 hypersensitivity or delayed or cell-mediated reaction. It is mediated by specifically sensitized T lymphocytes produced in the cell-mediated immune response. The delay in the appearance of a type 4 hypersensitivity reaction, that is, which takes around 2 to 3 days, is due to the time it takes to recruit antigen-specific T cells and other cells to the site of antigen localization and to develop the inflammatory response. In this, the Th1 cells, that is T helper cells, release cytokines to activate macrophages, causing inflammation and tissue damage. Continued macrophage activation can cause chronic inflammation resulting in tissue lesions, scarring and granuloma formation, and this response starts after 48 to 72 hours. Let's see the overall mechanisms involved. The antigen introduced to the tissue modifies extracellular and cell surface proteins. The macrophages then process antigen and present to Th1 cells. The Th1 effector cell recognizes the antigen and release cytokines which act on local vascular endothelium, and further activation of macrophages take place, resulting in T cell recruitment, fluid and protein, and their absorption by interstitium lead to edema. Types of cell-mediated reactions are classified into classical delayed hypersensitivity and T-cell mediated cytotoxicity. The classical delayed hypersensitivity is mediated by specifically sensitized CD4 plus T-cell subpopulation on contact with antigen. These cells possess surface receptors which bind to the antigen, resulting in cell injury characterized by slowly developing inflammatory response. Whereas in T-cell mediated cytotoxicity, CD8 plus subpopulation of T lymphocytes are the cytotoxic T cells generated in response to antigens like virus infected cells, tumor cells and incompatible transplanted tissue or cells. Let's see the stages of a type 4 hypersensitivity reaction. The antigen is injected into subcutaneous tissue and processed by local antigen presenting cells. Then a Th1 effector cell recognizes antigen and releases cytokines which act on vascular endothelium. Recruitment of phagocytes and plasma to site of antigen injection causes visible lesions. And the antigen is processed by tissue macrophages and stimulate Th1 cells. Then chemokines, cytokines and cytotoxins are formed. The chemokines recruit macrophages to site of antigen deposition. Interferon induces expression of vascular adhesion molecules and activates macrophages, increasing releasing of inflammatory mediators. The tumor necrotic factor alpha and beta cause local tissue destruction and increase expression of adhesion molecules on local blood vessels. The interleukins stimulate monocyte production by bone marrow stem cells. DTH or delay type hypersensitivity is a type of immune response classified by Th1 and macrophage activation that results in tissue damage. DTH can be the result of chronic infection or exposure to some antigens. Some of the intracellular pathogens that induce delayed type hypersensitivity include Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Mycobacterium leprae, Listeria monocytogenes, and fungi. Examples are pneumocytosis carini, Candida albicans, viruses like herpes simplex virus, and other contact antigens like hair dyes, poison ivy, poison oak, nickel salt. All these pathogens and antigens induce delayed type hypersensitivity. Phases of DTH response consist of induction or sensitization and elicitation or effector. The sensitization phase occurs within 1 to 2 weeks after primary contact with antigen. The Th cells are activated and clonally expanded by antigen presented together with class II MHC on an appropriate antigen presenting cell, such as macrophages or Langerhans cell. Generally, CD4 plus cells of the Th1 subtype are activated during sensitization and designated as TDTH cells. So the antigen presenting cells in the sensitization phase is macrophages and Langerhans cells, and the TDTH cells are the Th1 cells and CD8 plus cells occasionally. And let's see the property of the effector phase. It occurs upon subsequent exposure to the antigen. The TDTH cells secrete a variety of cytokines and chemokines which recruit and activate macrophages. Macrophage activation promotes phagocytic activity and increased concentration of lytic enzymes for more effective killing. Activated macrophages are also more effective in presenting antigen and function as a primary effector cell. So the TDTH secretions include cytokines, which includes interferons, tumor necrotic factor, interleukins, different types of interleukins, and the chemokines. And the effects of macrophage activation result in increase in class II MHC molecule, tumor necrotic factor receptors, oxygen radicals, and increase in nitric oxide. The chemical factors involved includes interleukin 12 that drives differentiation of T cells, induces interferon gamma secretion, and the interferon gamma cells further activates macrophages. Interleukin 2 increases T cell proliferation within the tissue, and interleukin 3 stimulates monocyte production, and tumor necrotic factor increase secretion of nitric oxide and prostacyclins by endothelial cells, local tissue destruction, and increased expression of adhesion molecules on vessels. And the E-selectin's vascular adhesion molecule increases mononuclear cell attachment. E-selectins belong to the family of endothelial adhesion molecule. The continuous activation of the macrophages induces the macrophages to adhere closely to one another, assuming an epithelioid shape and sometimes fusing together to form a giant multinucleated cells, and finally forming a granuloma structure. The common disease and delayed hypersensitivity reactions include: the first one is contact dermatitis. In this, the reaction time is between 48 to 72 hours, and the clinical appearance is in the form of eczema. The histology or the microscopic anatomy includes lymphocytes, followed by macrophages and edema of epidermis, and the antigen and site are in the epidermal area. It is due to organic chemicals, poison ivy, and heavy metals. And in the type tuberculin, the reaction time is between 48 to 72 hours, and there is local induration. And in the histology, you can see lymphocytes, monocytes, and macrophages. And the site is intradermal, and the antigen is tuberculin or lepromin. And in the type granuloma, the reaction time is between 21 to 28 days. And there is hardening of the area, and the histology includes macrophages, epithelioid, and giant cells, and also fibrosis is also observed. And the antigen and site, there is persistent antigen or foreign body presence in the case of tuberculosis and leprosy. Let's see what's happening in the case of tuberculin reaction. On intradermal injection of tubercular protein, an unsensitized individual develops no response, that is, he will be tuberculin negative. A person who has developed cell-mediated immunity to tubercular protein as a result of BCG immunization develops typical delayed inflammatory reaction reaching its peak in 48 hours after which it subsides slowly, and this is the case of tuberculin positive. And this image shows the blistering skin lesions on hand of patients who have been exposed to poison ivy and developed contact dermatitis. Coming to the diagnosis and treatment of type 4 hypersensitivity, diagnostic tests in vivo include delayed cutaneous reaction, for example, Mantoux test in the case of tuberculosis, and patch test for contact dermatitis. In vitro test for delayed hypersensitivity include mitogenic response, lymphocytotoxicity, and interleukin-2 production. Corticosteroids and other immunosuppressive agents are used in the treatment. Another reaction in type 4 cell-mediated hypersensitivity is the graft rejection. In this, there is rejection of tissues or organs that have been transplanted. The grafts perceived as foreign by a recipient undergo rejection. Immune responses against foreign MHC on graft cells. MHC is major histocompatibility complex, and the rejection depends on degree to which the graft is foreign to the recipient, and it is based on the type of graft. And finally, we can see the comparison of different types of hypersensitivity in this chart. The antibody in type 1 anaphylactic reaction is IgE, and type 2 cytotoxic hypersensitivity consists of IgG and IgM, and type 3 immune complex hypersensitivity consists of IgG and IgM, and type 4 is not based on antibody as they are cell mediated. And coming to the antigen, in type 1 hypersensitivity it's exogenous, and type 2 it's on cell surface, and in type 3 it's soluble, and in type 4 it's on tissues and organs. And the response time in the case of type 1 hypersensitivity is 50 to 30 minutes, and type 2 it takes around minutes, takes from minutes to hours, and type 3 around 3 to 8 hours, and type 4 it's 48 to 72 hours. And appearance, in type 1 it's the wheal and flare appearance is usually observed, and type 2 there is lysis and necrosis. In type 3 there is erythema, edema and necrosis, and in type 4 there is erythema and induration. Coming to the microscopic anatomy, there is basophils and eosinophils in type 1, antibody and complement in the case of type 2, complement and neutrophils in the case of type 3, and monocytes and lymphocytes in the case of type 4. Type 1, 2 and 3 hypersensitivities are transferred with antibody, whereas in type 4 it is with T cells. And examples of type 1 hypersensitivity include allergic asthma and hay fever. Type 2 example is erythroblastosis fetalis and Goodpasture's nephritis. And type 3 hypersensitivities example include serum lupus erythematosus and lung disease, farmer's lung disease. And type 4 examples are tuberculin test, poison ivy, granuloma,